The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What's up, Octo Nation? It's Charlie. I'm going to be your host for today. If you can hear something in the background, it is the ice cream man. Can you hear it? Okay, he's down the street now. You might not be able to hear it. Anyways, hope all y'all having a good Sunday. We're going to dive into some analysis. I found some cool stuff to go over to get us all prepped up for the week so we can stay safe and hopefully multiply some money. So let's dive on in. First of all, I wanted to bring up IWM, which is the Russell 2000. Okay, this is kind of like the SPY and all the big other ones, but this one actually doesn't have tech in it. Okay, and so I wanted to bring up and show you what this thing looks like. There we go. Okay, so this bottom line down here, this is the Russell, okay? So this is a weighted index, got a ton of stuff in it. And you can see once March hit, they're all kind of riding together, right in beginning of 2020, like January 1st, they're all kind of riding together. And by the way, QE started last year when they probably separated, let me guess. Yep. I think it was into last year, right around November here. So QE actually started back then. So don't get that twisted. Realize it's a bigger story than what's out there. But regardless, QE started back then. They started separating. And look at this. Back in March, tanked. Okay, everything tanked basically. They tanked way harder though. Okay, way harder. All right. Now, what is this middle line here? This is the SPY. All right. So the SPY, has recovered a lot better because there's a lot of tech in it, not all of it though, and it's not totally weighted on tech. Okay, it's still got the big players in there, but it's also got a bunch of other stuff. Now the bunch of other stuff that's in it is kind of weighting it down. In fact, stuff just dropping off out of it because it's just not making any money. It's not profitable. There's no money. All right. But this light orange on top, this is the QQQ that I overlaid too. So what is that? That's all the big tech. That's all tech. All right. Now look what that thing has done. Absolutely parabolic. Now remember, this is the March here, and look at it now. Just absolutely crazy. So I just wanted to get this up to make you be aware of what's going on. So basically, the top 5 tech stocks, if those start crashing, we're probably going to be in a big problem. As you can see, without them, it's actually been consolidating since June 15th. But look what happened to tech. Big tech started mooning up again. So bam, went up huge. We've pretty much been consolidating for the rest of the market. So something to definitely keep in mind there. Let's move on to the actual SPY. Now I wanted to bring up this level that we're headed towards now. So we did break above this line here, which is at the 320 we were talking about a couple weeks ago. Okay, we broke above it. We are good. We've actually came back up. We retested it, and it's still going up. So that means should be above that for a while now. So the next line that we gotta chase now is 339. And this is going to put us at all-time high. Now, one thing to pay attention to, which is very interesting to me, is for the first time in a long time, we actually closed high at the end of the month. Okay, so even back when it hit all-time highs, it didn't end the month high. Okay, it actually crashed down. So it hit the highs on February 19th, but by the end of February, it crashed and it was way low. Okay. But look at this. This last month, look at this. This is where the month started. We ended high, okay? We didn't end low like we have been. So that's something to pay attention to. QQQ. How is this looking? Looking totally healthy, okay? Looking great. Did its dance, did some consolidation, came back down, tagged this line 1, 2, a bunch of times. 7 times there was a little gap here, but it's stayed above it. All right, we're still just surfing the wave, bro. Absolute all-time highs, totally parabolic, unreal. Okay, but again, pay attention to this thing. If it starts breaking this wall, it gets down to about 260, watch out, because it's not going to be good. Because if it breaks this and then it breaks the 255, it's probably head down to 237. All right, and then from there, who knows? This is the one to watch though, because tech is pretty much holding up this whole market. Okay. Now, silver did exactly what we were hoping it would do. It came up, it did a little consolidation, it spiked, came back down. It actually hit a line right here. Let's throw that in there. So we have a new line to watch that's been hit multiple times here, okay? It went down to tag $22.20. We've probably got another line right there too, coming across at $22.96. Now it smacked this, came back up, smacked this one, and then now is back up again. Okay, so now we're doing the consolidation dance again. What's more than likely going to happen? I don't know, because we're sitting at all-time highs, but in this case, not all-time highs, but we're sitting at a total bull pattern. Okay, this looks totally healthy. I did buy into the 2x of this, okay? So I don't know if you saw that video. I think it was, when was it, like Friday or something? There's a 2x ETF of this that I bought into, and I'm gonna keep riding this baby up. Now I do have a trailing stop set up, so just in case it goes down, it'll tag me out and I'll lose 5 or 10% or whatever. I'm good, I don't care, all right? Now again, we still have a long time to go before we hit all-time highs on this. Let's get back all the way back to 2011. We hit up to $50. So look at this. We're only here now. We can go all the way up to here. So we got a long ways to go. It's probably sitting at probably got a line right there, don't we? From way back yonder. We're sitting about 2460. So if we can break that, we have broke it a couple times, but we need to finish above it. If we can do that, then it's skied, man. We have till probably $35 before it finds anything else. Possibly 27, but totally bull. Yeah, 27 is definitely a line to look for. You've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times it's been tagged, so I think we're headed to 27. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is sitting at all-time highs. See, all-time highs were back in 2011. Down at $19.19 or $1,919, okay? And we are up to $1,971. Absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely smacked out of this channel. We surfed this channel for a long time. From September 2018, okay? We surfed this channel. And it wasn't until right at the beginning of July, it just smacked right out of a bow. So it is sky's the limit now. Nothing is holding this back, all right? Let's take a look at the TLT. These are the iShare 20-year treasury bonds, the ETF of them. And I actually want to add on the S&P 500 to this and show you what happened back in 2008. Okay. So in 2008, what happened? The market started crashing. This red here this is the S&P 500. So what happened? The S&P was way high. The bond was just kind of consolidating, kind of bull, but kind of just consolidating, chopping through. And the S&P started tanking. Bam! Started going down. Look what happened. See that? TLT smacked right up. Okay. Now what happened? It went up, but then people started taking profits. So you gotta follow this one up. This is one that I would do one of those trailing stops with too, or just glue yourself to your monitor. But still, you can see how fast stuff can get snapped out of this. And there's a lot of big boys playing this one too. So this could drop 5-10% in a snap of a finger. So I would just follow your cells up the ladder with this. But this is one that if and when the market does tank, the SPY does finally get the floor pulled out from underneath it, it's probably going to have a massive write-up. And I think that this time it's going to be even more parabolic than we've ever seen. Okay, so where are we at now? Okay, yeah, so this is the SPY here. Way up, but look how far down these bonds are. Okay, so this was back in so this dip here, this was March for SPY, but look, it still went up. So just imagine once this S&P comes flying back down, it has a long ways to go. Just imagine where this thing goes. It's going to go parabolic. All right, we already looked at SOAK. I think on yesterday's video, I am going to be buying in tomorrow again on this one. So I bought this and actually sold off almost right away. So I bought it, it almost doubled the money. I ended up taking about 50% profit on it, but I'm getting in again because it is just stupid low. It's sitting at like 75 cents. As long as we don't wake up and it's $2 or something, forget that. I'm good. But regardless, something to take a look at. Another chart that I found kind of interesting is for NEO, which I haven't really talked about too much, but NEO is it's like a Japan wannabe Tesla, okay, but they're doing good. They're doing good on branding and stuff. They're trying to do create a whole lifestyle division of it and create like inside hangouts and coffee shops and all this other stuff, which is smart, okay? But why I like this is because of the chart. We're forming what looks to me like a bull flag, okay? Let's see what we got. Possibly there. Right off this gap, maybe. Something like that. And then let's get a green line on top of that. Okay. Not only that, we've got tons of gappage right here. Let's draw this one across. So this had its initial run up that went pretty hard, but it's been bouncing off of this massive gap here. It went a little bit below it, but it jumped right back up, gapped up. This thing is gapping like crazy. You see this gap. There's gaps everywhere on this baby. Holy Toledo, gap down, gap up, gap up, cut down. But as long as this keeps riding this, you might want to, this is a maybe buy for me next week, okay? I want to get into this one. They still haven't done a ton of sales or anything, but they're set up and they have like replaceable batteries. I'll probably end up doing a whole video on these guys because they're actually really cool. But, like any of these EV plays, they have a long ways to go. But these guys are like way ahead of most of them though. They have a ton of stuff done. So I think this might be one to jump into. I'll probably end up putting a buy, like I should, above the green line. So where would that put me at? Basically, probably around 13 bucks. So basically, if this jumps above the green and goes all the way up to $13, I'd rather buy at 13 than buy it at open at 12, and then it goes back down to this channel. Because if it went back down, it could go all the way down to $9. Don't want that to happen. But just watch this. If it breaks basically around like $12.10, maybe $10.25, get ready. It could start popping way high. Again, I think I'll put a buy in around 13. So something to watch out for. Let me know if you want me to do a video on that one too. So news to watch out for that could affect the stock market next week. Any final word on the employment or unemployment benefits? Okay, they're kind of fighting on, like, I think everyone wants to do it, but the Republicans don't want to give too much away because they don't want people freeloading on it, which I understand. But then again, the Democrats are like, well, whatever, let's just give it to them. But I don't know. I think if people are making more than they were making before, I think that's kind of nuts. But I'm sure they're going to agree on something. But if they don't, or there's more drama or whatever, it could affect the market. Okay, at least the market will react to it. It's not going to affect the market, but the market will at least clutch it as a reason to move around. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I'm not a guy who likes watching the news whatsoever. But in this volatile environment we're in, I'm finding myself watching it, and I hate it, but I find myself watching it just because, you really should be, because they're using it as reasons to move it, right? So another thing to watch for is if Trump has another speech or another talk, listen to it live, okay? Because if he names drops someone like Kodak or, someone like that, or maybe some sort of, pharmaceutical company or something, you might want to watch that and then watch what that stock does and maybe put a buy-in above it just in case you can catch something flying up, Let me know too if something pops, or you hear something about it, or I miss a conference or whatever. But that's something, even if you're not into politics, whatever, it is what it is. We're here to make money. If Trump's going to talk, you should probably listen. Okay. Another big news, I think that, hopefully could hit pretty soon, is the United States Postal Service is still debating who's going to win the contract for the billions of dollars worth of new electronic vehicle little USPS trucks. I'm hoping it's Workhorse. Why? Because I think they're a cooler company, and that's why I decided to put some money in them. So I believe that they should pick them. So what do you think? I mean, if you look at the other companies that they're up against, I'm like, that's not going to work. No way. Heck no. Workhorse to me was like leagues and bounds above them. So listen for that. If you hear about the USPS is going to sign a contract with, dude, get on the horse and get ready to pull some triggers, okay? The other big one that, people are just tapping their feet about is our boys over at the Hennessy Capital, the dude with the cool pin, okay? HCAC is that ticker. Where they did announce that they're in talks with a electronic vehicle company. We don't know exactly who, but we're darn sure it's probably Proterra because they're the bus guys. They brought Bluebird to the market, so they'd be the guys to do it. Regardless, though, I think whoever it could be Lordstown for all we know, but maybe even Rivian in a backdoor thing. But I don't know about that one. But regardless, I think and a lot of people believe that the same way I do on this. That I think it's probably gonna sky. So we're all patiently waiting for that one. The cool thing is about these, you could still, if you haven't jumped in already, dude, it's still a fire sale at HCAC right now. So, it's okay to FOMO if it's still really low. If the warrants are still under $2 and the commons are still like under 11 or something, I don't know, around there. I don't know what they're at exactly right now, but something to look for. Okay. So what's on my buy list for Monday? I am getting into the boring TLT, okay? I'm going to buy some 20-year treasury bonds because, I'm looking at it as like a hedge for the market, So at least if you wake up or, whatever happens, I go walk the dog and come back and the S&P went down 30%, at least my TLT will be up whatever it's going to be up, which is hopefully something crazy. And then I can just get ready to sell it at whatever the profits are. I didn't look at the days or how many days. We should probably look at that, shouldn't we? Let's go back to TLT. Let's go back to 2008 and see how many days it rode up. It's a monthly. Let's go back to days. Come on. Let's just look at March. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 started going up, crash happened right at the beginning of March. So we've got, it peaked out on the 6th. So we'll have about a week probably of TLT going back up. And then in 2008, see, November 3rd to December 1st. So it actually took about a month. So it actually took about a month in 2008 for it to peak out also. So it's not like something's going to happen in an hour. It could, who knows? I mean, everything could change, but you'll have a little bit of breathing room to follow this one up and, hopefully at least make some money on the next down Hulk smash. Okay. I am also going to be picking up more soak warrants. Those just ridiculously low, I think. Why not? All the other stuff we talk about that I've done videos in, I'm pretty much in. So you could, get some of those. And then also I was talking about NEO. I'll probably put a buy-in, but again, I'm going to put it above that surf channel. That way, if it breaks and it's headed north, I'm going to catch it on the way up. Okay. And then, oh yeah, I made another shirt today. So do y'all know who this guy is here? Thought it went well with the whole color scheme that we're trying to do here at Octonation. And what it says is, I'm a trader and I SPAC a lot. Okay. Kind of wordplay. Does anyone know what song that's from? Let me know down in the comments. Y'all like this design? Is this too much for you? Too colorful? What do you think? What should the next one be? I got so many ideas in my head. I thought of this one, I think, when I was laying in bed last night. I don't know why. It was just like, dude, the song just came in my head, and then that saying, I was like, dude, I got to make a shirt tomorrow. So I busted that one out today. And that one is already available on the merchandise tab if you want to take a look at that. A couple times I've been asked to make a Patreon. I've never even been on that site before. I thought it was for like clubs and stuff, and I guess it kind of is. So I ended up making one, and I haven't done anything with it other than like put it up there. So eventually I'll end up doing something. You know, I have some long-term ideas that I want to do for everybody that, again, is going to make everyone more money. Okay. But for now, it's basic. I just put like the company profile and stuff in there, but I guess you could go on there and add us as friends or something. I don't even know. But I've set up a Patreon today, and then here's the link for it on Patreon. Oh yeah, and then I've been meaning to tell you guys this since I started the channel. So I also created a Twitter. Okay, I'm on Twitter. We're on Twitter, and then a stalk twits. Okay. So if you want, you can add us on there. That's cool. Add us on friends there, and we'll be friends everywhere. All right. And then if you haven't subscribed, make sure and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And any plays you want me to look at or any video ideas, I really like those. Those have been helping me, you know. And I got a ton in the works that are like a third way done or a quarter way done or whatever. But put those down in the comments, whatever you're thinking. If you haven't heard about the silver giveaway, United States based only, non-military based housing, but as any comment you make, you're automatically entered into a drawing for some silver. And the next giveaway is at 1,000 subscribers. So be sure and subscribe and comment. All right, maybe something useful, help us out. If you got a company, you're like, dude, why aren't you talking about this? Leave some information on there. You know, don't just leave the ticker. Be like, hey, you know, what do you think at LCA or whatever? They're doing this, and did you hear that they do that? You know, that stuff's cool. Also, people have been doing a good job like bringing up negative things about companies I didn't even know about. So that's cool too, you know. I mean, I don't know every single thing about every single company, you know, and if there is something major going on that I missed, dude, put it down in the comments. So I appreciate all that. So everyone have a good rest of Sunday night, and good luck tomorrow.